The whole story about the Cherera 4, I mean, look at all the three newspapers. Raila 6 ride on Ruto's pledges. We have got why besieged, IBC do quit, and why Cherera and Nyangai opted to resign. It's not something that perhaps Kenyans are waking up to as a shocker. Let me start with you, engineer. The Cherera 4, quote unquote, but the 4 commissioners, finally, they're throwing in the towel one by one. We have got Commissioner Justice Nyang'aya going, and we have got Vice Chairperson, that is Juliana Cherera, also going. But when you listen to the legislators, more so was in issue. The Deputy Speaker, Gladys Sholay, saying that they still have to face the tribunal.
Well, it's important that we hold public servants to account. When we don't have the opportunity to hold people to account, it sends a wrong message. And therefore, it's important that the tribunal progresses and everybody is able to answer important questions that Kenyans have. We all know that this past election, there were doubts that were cast on the character and behavior of these commissioners as far as the determination of the final outcome of this election. And therefore, when they came to the public and they said, we don't want to own these results, there must be reason as to why. They have never had the opportunity to demonstrate why. And then after the disowning this election, we saw the fracas that happened at Bomas. Kenyans deserve an answer because we spent a lot of money. Kenyan elections are the most expensive, and if we continue not answering these questions, we will invest in a trust deficit which we'll never be able to understand as to why it is growing big. And therefore, if we are going to cure the issue of the trust deficit we have with this election of ours, can we hold account to those people we give the responsibility? These are commissioners who are charged with the responsibility of delivering a transparent, free and fair elections. When 4 of them disagreed or disowned the outcome, then there are questions as to why. When there were issues of people being controlled by third forces, we need to understand who are these third forces, so that in the next election, the power cannot be taken from the people. You remember, it is us who go to election. We subject ourselves to an election process. We submit ourselves and give power to someone. And if that power is not given to the right person that Kenyans want, it's very wrong. So if there was any attempt to wrestle that power from the rightful person, then people should be held to account.
The tribunal will be formed either way.
Yes. And
the fear, perhaps, is that there is a predetermined kind of a conclusion out of this, that they'll be investigated and if found guilty, then the outcome would be 1 or 2.
Well, if you saw the Azimio legislature walk out of the JLAC committee, then that gives room for the outcome to be predetermined, because only one side will speak, only one side will say something.
Yeah.
So therefore, even if this tribunal happens and they don't present themselves, definitely the outcome will look skewed. So for me, I would encourage them to participate in this process to the very end and give their be given an opportunity to be heard, so that they can be able to say why they did not own this election, why they felt they disagree with the chairman, and why they feel the chairman was not being a good referee in this process.
Yes.